All right, hello YouTube. Thanks for watching. So in this video, I want to do a demonstration of an update that I've added that allows you to create team duplication pages. But we've done an update. This is about Rebrand Express launch. This allows you to create full-blown team duplication pages, but now you can actually convert them into a full-blown ecosystem. Okay, so you can basically create multiple team duplication pages and then link them together. Okay, so here's what I've done. Okay. So under here, you can see extra training steps, okay, product focus or whatever. Now, before, when I first launched this a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was, this was a powerful system, obviously, and it's been evolving. But, back then it was just basically a landing page, but obviously a powerful landing page. You had obviously, your built-in rebrander widget where your team could basically add their user ID in the system for the company that you are focused on, click rebrand, and they get their own link to share out your team duplication page. Okay, so that in its core essence of what we launched a couple of weeks ago is powerful. All right, but it was just one single page, which is good because it's fast, it's onboarding, and it's quick, and people can grasp what's going on here, and continuously. We added new features, but we kept them optional, but people wanted them, because now, then we added the extra video options, and these are options where you can, click the video and you get more training. Okay. And, for example, you could have the main kind of demo video followed by, you could have a training, which is for example, a cutoff video, and then you could have the Firestarter Friday, for example. But in your company you would decide something else. All right, in your company you could put training, you could put product related, you could put deep dive, this or that, or whatever. Whatever your company would, if it's crypto related, you might have a kind of an ecosystem going on, and you need to onboard people. For example, how do you well, the first short, maybe 2-3 under 5-minute video. Second video could be, for example, a cryptocurrency walkthrough on how to get on board, how to transfer your crypto or whatever. And third video could be, for example, the compensation plan. Fourth video could be something else. But you don't have to have all 4 videos. You could have 3 videos, you could have 2 videos, or just the 1 video, and then you don't need this section. This is powerful. This is what I want to talk about today, because now you can actually string pages together, because in the back office you can create multiple pages. You already could do that anyway, but now you can actually string them together, okay, and build ecosystems. All right, so what do I mean by that? So when they click here, they go straight to another page that you've built. You could duplicate a page, because now we've got a little duplicate button. So if you've created a page, you can duplicate it, and then what you've got is you could switch out some of the videos. You could make more of a training, deep dive training, maybe a series of webinars for onboarding, recorded webinars or whatever. Then you could have maybe a product focus, so you could have the product focus videos or whatever, or it could be whatever you need. And the good thing is it's so easy to update these pages that you can always update them. Like take Live Good, for example, just as an example. It doesn't have to be Live Good, it could be Save Club, it could be any company imaginable, guys. In the webinar section, you've got, every week we have the webinars coming out, we've got the training and everything. But so a lot of new stuff is coming out, and that's always the issue, is that people need to bookmark these training pages, and then you could just be in here every week just updating the videos, and it would take you seconds to update the videos. Like, for example, Monday, Ryan Goodkin and Lisa Goodkin are adding product related videos. All right, so I just added that. It took me 2 seconds. Also, every week we get the Firestarter Friday videos, so you can update that. Okay. But in your company, whether you're in Momentum Tech or if you're in whatever company you're promoting, you can do anything. Okay, it's the way you want to lay it out. But basically, everything is customizable. You go in here, you customize it, you choose what business you're going to be talking about, Texit Coin, crypto related, Lead Lightning, Affiliate Mentor, Save Club. And then if you want, you can string them together. Now, people ask me, can we create multiple streams of income with this new kind of ecosystem where we can string pages together? My advice is don't do that. The reason is, you can if you want, it's up to you, they're your pages. But the reason why I would recommend not doing a kind of a multi-stream income type system is because you could never guarantee that your downline are going to be having the same user ID in each of those different companies. All right, trust me, people don't. I don't always. Okay, so it would never, you could never guarantee it to be clean. All right. So, when they click over to the next page, if it's about the same company, all right, within the same, income opportunity, then it's clean. All right. It's going to maintain the URL structure. Okay. It's going to, if they've branded it and they've put their user ID in there, they've clicked rebrand and they copy their link, and then their leads, they share it out. Their leads click on these links. They're always going to follow the same user ID within the URL string. That's the parameter. That's the variable that is required, okay, in order to string those together, okay? And it wouldn't be possible to guess or figure out what the user, because remember, guys, the beauty of this system is that it's very unique, okay? It does not require your downline to register with this system. So how could we possibly guess what their user ID would be for those different companies? It's impossible, all right? Because we're not requiring, there's no settings, there's no configuration panel for your downline. The only way you could do it without requiring them to sign up and and save their settings is that you could put it in the URL parameter, but you'd have to have multiple URL string. I mean, you'd have to have multiple parameters. Okay, so you'd have, for example, ID equals, or ID1 equals blah, 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 ID2 equals, and then the URL will be ugly and long, and it just wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't be clean. So this represents one single company, this URL, that's the variable that's required. But anyway, so yeah, you can basically string pages together. Okay, so when you get on the inside, you'll be able to come in here, watch the videos, okay, and also in the training section, also you'll be able to go into the edit page or create a new page, and you'll see the training video on how to string these pages together. It's very intuitive, very instant, and very, drag and drop. Okay, we've literally created a kind of a drag and drop where you can add your pages and rearrange them if you want, and it's powerful. I'm not going to show you in here because, come on in, check it out, use the system. But all I'm saying is that this system is evolving. We've got a lot of new features. We're updating it all the time, and we want people to be able to use this. And the reason why I'm doing all this is because I need it. I think that's important, is that I'm not someone who just puts some kind of rehashed private label system or white label system together and really sort of never use my own system. Like some people, they just want to make money out of you. No, this is a system that I needed. And I was doing this already, but it was taking me ages. So I said to myself, I need a system to automate this. So I set it up, and I figured, wow, this could be great for a lot of people, because I do get people coming to me saying, how do I make a system like yours? How do I make a platform where I could allow my team to duplicate, build, where I could build a page and customize it, put in what videos I want, make it about my company. And, up until now, I was only able to figure out how to create a system that would obviously cost too much money because of the hell and all the effort I was needing to put in order to code this. But this system became really simple, right? I wanted to keep it simple, keep it streamlined, so I could set up an entire ecosystem of pages and steps and an entire rebrander tool that I could set up in minutes. And that's exactly what we've got here. So, get on the link below. If you think that your team, your company, your platform could use a system like this, just register and use it. You don't need to get in touch with me. It's all set up. It's all done. You register, you use the system, and boom, you can have it up and running in minutes. All right. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the inside. Bye for now.